Greek life is a big part of the social scene at college. No matter what college you go to, there is a major possibility that there are fraternities and sororities, and Texas Tech is no exception. At Texas Tech, there are 24 main fraternities and 12 main sororities. I will not be touching on the multicultural or educational based fraternities and sororities. This is because it is too broad of a spectrum and too many differences, so it will be hard to compare. From an outside perspective, Tech is mainly just seen as a party scene. But there's so much more. Because you don't have to be in Greek to go to the parties and have fun. You can be in any normal organization and still go out on the weekends. So, why do people join Greek life at Texas Tech? Well, I had the pleasure of interviewing 3 students enrolled at Texas Tech. 2 girls from 2 different sororities and 1 boy from a fraternity. Now, I will not be disclosing names or the organization these interviewees are a part of to keep confidentiality so they can speak freely about how they are feeling and some of their concerns. I first opened with the question, what made you want to join Greek life at Texas Tech? And I was given 3 answers, ranging from I was convinced into doing recruitment to brotherhood. But one thing remained the same whenever we were talking. They all had the central idea of joining to help their social life. Starting at a new school, it is important to stay social or be social. And this can be hard when moving to a new city or not being social in high school. And college is one of those things that if you don't make friends, you're gonna be lonely. My first interviewee said that her mother wanted her to do it to be more involved. And she also did think it was going to help her be more social. My second interviewee always grown up with older girls in her life that were in a sorority. So she kind of already grew up with the culture, and it was just something that she knew and realized it would help her social life. So she did it. My third and final interviewee answered the question with brotherhood. And to have a good basis to have a good friendship at Tech. So an easy way to sum up this first and major question, most people join Greek life as an easy way to develop their social life and or gain friendships. The second part of my interview contained questions about being involved in Greek life and what they think about it. So I asked the question, what were your expectations going into Greek life, and did Tech meet those expectations? Why or why not? And again, I was met with 3 different answers. My first interview is expecting very preppy people, very social people, and like a bunch of ex-cheerleaders and ex-drill team girls. So a very preppy atmosphere and environment. And she wasn't wrong. There are in my own experiences, some very preppy girls and quite a few ex-cheerleaders and ex-drill team girls. Me being an ex-cheerleader and my interviewee being an ex-drill team. My second interview was expecting strong bonds and friendships in a very welcoming environment. And in her sorority, she did end up finding that when she was going through recruitment. Many of her close friends have been through her sorority. And my final interviewee, while he is in a fraternity, so he had separate expectations. He was expecting a lot of craziness, and I mean, I can see how it would be hard not to have chaos when you have 60 to 100 guys grouped together. And Tech certainly did not disappoint him in that aspect. But in his eyes, it's a good and bad thing because he had fun, but Tech is known as the party school. So, and yes, while these are all different answers, Tech did live up to everybody's expectations, the good and the partially bad. Now, we're getting to the juicy questions. What would you change about Greek life? My first interviewee had some issues about her personal chapter and how they did the election process this year compared to last year, and how Greek life as a whole needs to be friendlier. My second interviewee had a little more to say, like how she wished she got to know her PC in a more relaxed environment, or at least make it feel less like a competition. She also mentioned how sororities could be closer and nicer to each other, and not just to their faces. Finally, she touched on the fact that fraternities need to be a little more open with other organizations and be nicer to each other when they get in disagreements, and finally, not be as selective when it comes to other sororities. My last interviewee said that it would be better if fraternities and sororities were more involved or intertwined. And as you can see, everybody agrees that it would be better if Greek life as a whole was more involved and nicer to each other. It would honestly make the community stronger and more inviting. Now, my final question, my favorite question. What was your favorite part about being involved in Greek life? My first interviewee said the friends she has made are her favorite part, especially her littles and her closest friend. My second interviewee said she loves it because Greek life makes it feel smaller, but it has a bigger atmosphere, which is really good for her because she grew up in a small community. And it's a great way to meet new people. My third interviewee simply stated brotherhood. So, truly, it is the bonds that they have made that makes Greek life so special and why so many people enjoy it. Now, this video essay is not just a way to figure out why people enjoy Greek life or why they join, but why people should join. Getting people's true input and real accounts of what it's like is an effective way to encourage others to join and grow our community, hopefully making it stronger and better for future generations. So, with all this information, would you join Greek life? Why or why not?